You gotta get into the groove.
Hey, welcome back for another session this week. My name is Peter Moinero, and I'm actually coming live from New Zealand. So, yeah, let me know where you actually where you're from in the comment box, and yeah, tell us what time it is over there where you are, and I'll be interested actually. It's what is it here? It's 2 p.m. and on Thursday afternoon, and it's the 1st of May today. So we're in the new month. Hey, Tyler, thanks for being here and supporting, and same as you, Nancy, thanks for being here. If you're joining me live, just put a hashtag live, and if you're watching the replay, put a hashtag replay. Okay, so a couple of things of exciting news, actually. I mean, we've got Groove Mail templates is up and running again, which is fantastic. And also GrooveKart, the builder, is up and running again. They've been doing some work on both of those things, so it's great that they're all back up and running again. And so I thought it would be only fitting that we actually cover some of GrooveKart, the builder in GrooveKart. Hey, Cynthia, how are you going? 4:01 in Hawaii. Is that 4:01 in the afternoon or 4:01 in the morning? I don't know. That would be that would be a Wednesday, wouldn't it? I guess. Live from Nancy, live from Montreal, Canada, and it is 10 p.m. there, afternoon. Okay, thanks, Cynthia. Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii in, I think it was 97. We went over there to play. I was playing for a softball team. I think you guys call it slow pitch. And I was playing for a softball team here, and we got an invite from one of the teams over in Hawaii to come and play them in a tournament. And yeah, it was really cool. We stayed in Waikiki, and yeah, we saw a lot of places. I mean, I love the beach there, Waikiki Beach. And we also went to the, I think it was, we went to the luau anyway, and got international luau or something like that anyway. But yeah, it was really cool. What we got here? So it's 10 p.m. where Tyler is, Eastern time. And yeah, okay, cool. Let's get started. Okay, like I said before, basically GrooveKart builder is now functional. For a while there, they were working on it. So just, you know, because it sort of was like dormant for a wee while, it doesn't mean that we're doing nothing. They were actually working on it by the sounds of it, and it's good. So I can get in there now, and that's where we're going to go right this moment. Oh, great. Glad you had a good time here, and hope your team won. Well, actually, I think we called it even. Cynthia, we called it even. That's what we did. I think we decided no team won. It was just both of us. Yeah. Okay. Where are we now? Okay. Let me just share my screen. Hopefully, you can all see that. All right, so if you're new to Groove, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching it as the replay, if you're new, one of the first things you're gonna come is when you log in, you're gonna come to the dashboard, which is here. All right, now you can see all the different applications here up the top here, but if you go also hover over the icon of the Groove icon, then you can actually from here you can right click on there and actually, and you can't see this, but you can right click on there and then open up in another tab. So you can always leave this one open if you want to, and then just open up another tab. This is the great thing about Groove. You can open up multiple tabs, whether you're in GrooveKart, Groove Pages, Groove Blog. They will all stay there. You don't get booted out of any one of them. So it's a really cool thing about it. I mean, I would advise, if you do that, you got to have a high spec computer, because I think it will actually drain the resources on your computer. Let me have what else have we got here? Hey, Johan, good to have you here, all the way from Australia. It's 12:03 lunchtime. Yep. So Australia, where Johan is actually about 2 hours behind us, and so yeah, cool. We've been having some shocking weather here. There's been some real storms, and it's been really windy in some places. Not here, not where I am, and it's caused a few evacuations actually. Dr. Lisa, greetings from Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Cool. Thank you. All right. So here we are at the dashboard. Now I'm going to go to GrooveKart, and I like to actually just click on here and then open up in another tab. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to make sure that I share that tab, by the way. Okay, so we're in GrooveKart. This is the sort of gallery where you have all your stores, and I mean, not all of these are actually up and running. Some of them have actually work in progress, and some of them were demos. So, but the one we're going to work on today is this one here, which is Groovy Templates. I had this idea that I'd sell some templates, create some Groove templates, and sell them on my on the store. I haven't got this up and running yet, but it was just an idea, and I thought it would be a good one to sort of do this session on. All right, so let's just go there now. We're going to go to the admin side of it here. And hopefully it shares the tab. New tab. Okay. So share this tab, and then I'm going to share the next one. There we go. Just has a bit of an issue with sharing tabs at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop share. I think I'll just share the window. So I'm going to stop share. How's this lost connection to? Okay. All right. Remove that. Stop screen share, and then we're going to present screen again. We'll go window this time and share. All right, so hopefully, please tell me that you can see that. If you can see my screen, that'll be really cool. I'll wait for someone to say yes. Anyway, so I'm actually in the admin side of the store. Hopefully, you guys can see all that. And maybe this is a bit of a delayed response here, but cool. Thanks, Tyler. Thanks, Nancy. Thanks, Johan. All right, so I'm in the admin side of the store, and the one that was I was talking about before was the builder. Okay, so we're working on that, and it's all functional now. But when you get into the admin dashboard of the store, this is what you're going to see. Obviously, all these things are not set up because I need to add, like, I need to sort out the international side of things, shipping, taxes, and payment, and launch the store finally. But like I said, some of the stores that I've actually created are just really demo stores, but this one was an idea of mine. All right, I'm going to go into the builder. So just from the third icon up from here, settings, that's the builder. So I'm just going to click on there. And we've got the pets theme. So one of the things is that we're going to cover themes as well in this. There's themes and there's templates. Now the themes is pretty much the general theme of the whole website. So whatever theme you choose is going to stay with that throughout the whole with all the other pages of your website, product pages and all that. But the template that we're going to use for the front page is going to be very different to this. All right, so we're not going to use this template because we're not like doing anything for pets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. So you can see this is where, here's the themes, right? So if you wanted to actually change the theme, you can just come onto here, basic, and then you can sort of change it here to suit, I guess, the environment of your store. It could be like maybe you're selling fashion, t-shirts, whatever, or you're selling rings or jewelry. And there's also things like t-shirts, merch, shred. This is more like a fitness type one, and that's just an old default. But we're not going to use any of those at this stage. What we're going to do is we're going to change the homepage template. So I'm going to come down to settings, and over here you will see templates, and we click onto that. Now you've got a choice of any of these templates that you can use. So I guess too as well, like it's got things like categories, I guess, you know, if you're selling baby products or bikes or phone cases, cosmetics, drop shipping, electronic, fashion. So any of those. We're actually just selling, well, I'm just selling website templates, like Groove templates, right? So that's what I'm setting this up for. And so none of those actually really fit the bill. So it's actually finding something that will can closely relate to what I want to try and do. So one of the things I think would be, one of the themes I would use would be probably T Perfect. And I'm going to click on it now. And then once you click on it, just come up to the tick here, and then it'll change the whole thing. All right, so pretty fast. That is pretty fast. And the reason why I've chosen this one is because obviously they have got like different, I can put different templates in these, you know, in these places here, and just have the prices and all that sort of thing. So that's why I probably chose this one. Now, you don't kind of click on the image and change it. This is actually done on, so these are more or less like products, so they are set up. But anyway, for start off, we've got the I guess the template that we want to use, or the homepage template that we want to use. Now it's really trying to sort of like I guess have a cover image or something there that's going to, you know, show that we're selling templates. You may want to actually create that yourself if you want to do that, or you can just put something in there that's I don't know, from Canva or from what's the another one, Deposit Photos, which is what I use a lot too as well. And just on that point, I'm going to go to Deposit Photos. Now, Deposit Photos, I think they've still got a special on. I think you get 100 images for $80. Now, I got mine, I don't know, last year sometime. And I mean, I'm still trying to get through my 100. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's quite, I guess, price-wise, it's actually really cost-effective. So I'm just going to go to my account now. We'll shoot over to my Deposit Photo account. Again. So the great thing about Deposit Photos, and I know that there are, like, you've got Canva and all that too as well, that you can get images and stuff like that if you wanted to. But the great thing about this does actually have a wide range, and it's kind of like it's kind of like, how would I say, key phrase intuitive. So if I wanted to put something like here, and this is the first time I'm going to try this, but maybe if I put in website templates and just see what it comes up with. Just trying to get maybe something a look. Yeah, so it's still only $80, 100 image plan for only, and this is actually forever. So basically, you know, there's no expiry date on this. So let me just get rid of that. Okay, so website templates, probably not anything here that I may use, but just for argument's sake, if we put something that kind of resembles templates, or maybe something like this here. Okay, we're gonna do this one. I'm gonna download that one. Let's shoot back to GrooveKart. And in here, we're gonna change the image. All right. So up here, there's this kind of like a menu, if you like, and just click on the three dots. And over here, you can see the image here. It's on the background. So we're just going to delete that. Right, we're just going to delete that, and we're just going to upload the new image. Now, unlike Groove Pages, it doesn't actually have a gallery to hold images. So if you actually upload an image and then you want to, let's just say that you want to get that image again, it doesn't actually have a gallery within GrooveKart where you can actually grab that image again. You need to upload it again. That's pretty much what happens. So, all right, let me just have a look. Okay. All right, so the file is too big. Okay, let me just do some modifications here. And then downsize it a wee bit. You're not going to see all this stuff, but I'm just doing this in the background. Actually, what I might do, I'll just have a quick look at this because sometimes they have different sizes. So if I come over here, click on this here, they may have a different size. I might have actually downloaded a too big a size. No, I haven't. It's only the one size. Okay. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna go with what I just painted before. Okay. And I'm just going to resize this image so that I can upload it. All right. Let me know if you are working on a store, if there's a GrooveKart store that you're working on, or if there's an idea that you have for a store. I always say that probably the best thing to do when you're doing e-commerce, doing a store or online store, is that you find a niche that you want to sell in. With a store that has a lot of variety of products, it's a very competitive category. So you really want to find a category that you want to that you're passionate about. It could be like you might be passionate about pets, and so you want to sell like pet collars and all that. Or if you want to get really specific, you want to sell accessories for dogs, pet dog accessories, or even more specific than that. Come right down to the breed of the dog, and because there are lots of people out there who are very specific towards breeds. So that's another thing that you could do. And when you get down to the whole breed side of things, that means that you can actually have on there like things like ebooks that are based on that particular breed, how to take care of them, the do's and the don'ts, all that sort of stuff, how to train them. And then like you can have like even clothing. Sometimes these pets have like covers and all that sort of thing, or jackets or whatever you can put on them, and you might have something that's specific to that breed on the jackets or whatever. But if you get real specific about it, then you have less competition. And I'm sure you guys have heard this 100 times before, but yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, if you've got a passion about something, and you want to really get specific about it, you can, because there is a community out there, and that way then too as well, all your marketing is specific around that breed as well. You can literally go onto a Facebook page, find groups that are actually, say for instance, Shar-Peis. You could find groups, communities on Facebook page that are specific to Shar-Peis. So, you can be part of those groups as well. So that's the whole idea of actually having a niche, if you like. All right, let me just resize this image. Okay. Okay. I'm just about done, guys. Won't be too much longer. Okay, so let me just try this again. And I'm going to come over here, upload image, upload the image that I actually just resized. Okay, that's all good. Okay, so there's the image, and you can see we've got a bit of an overlay on it. So when I say that overlay, you can kind of see that it's tinted. So here's the overlay here. You can make it whatever color you want. This one's black, obviously, and you can control the overlay by simply, you know, just moving this, if you like. Oh, hang on. Is it the one? Yeah. There you go. So you can control the overlay. All right. I'm just going to leave it around about 50. All right. So, you know, I'm sure you probably will be able to come up with a name for your store. I'm just going to call this. I mean, if you get stuck, if you're not that creative, which sometimes I can be not so creative, then you can just ask ChatGPT, what's a great name for a website that sells templates, website templates. So actually, let's just ask it. Let's go to ChatGPT and just ask the question. I'm just going to put down what's a cool name. Oh. Or website that sells. We'll call it Groove .cm website templates. All right, let's see how this comes out. Groove skins, template groove, groove looks, page drive, I quite like that. Snap groove, groove vibe designs, groove nest, groove forge, groove ready, launch groove, pixel groove, groovify templates, groovify. Actually, we could just use groovify. Let's just use that. I like that. Okay, let's go back to here and let's just call this groovify. I might put the caps on for this one. Groovify templates. All right. I mean, it would have probably taken me a long time to come up with some name for this, to be quite honest. The largest online store, well, online store, get your, okay, once again, let's go to chat and ask, give me a tagline. Launch and style, groove with ease. Where your website finds its groove. Oh, I like that. Let's just use that one. And I'm just going to put that in there. Boom. Where your website finds its groove. Shop now. We'll leave that in there. And so now we've got a bit of a cover, a hero image, if you like. What are people saying in here? Hey, look, feel free to ask any questions, by the way. I'm keeping an eye on the chat. So if you've got any questions, just ask in the chat. And even if it's kind of not related to just Groove itself or GrooveKart, it may be about Groove pages or whatever, or it might be just about e-commerce, but stick your questions in the comment box and then I'll answer them as I go through all this. All right, so now we've got that. I'm pretty comfortable with this. I quite like the, I might do a better one at some stage, but like I say, this is just a real demo. Up here, I want to change this a wee bit. So I want to give it a bit of a more of a darker background, if you like. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to click on edit header layout. Okay, and I'm going to change the color of that to black. And I think that's the one, yeah. And then where's the font? Hang on, appearance. Let's just see if that changed. No, that didn't. No, yeah, it changed. Okay, so there, and then the font, I want to change to a lighter color. So heading font here. There's a lot of different things in here, so you have to make sense of it, right? So when you're looking in here, just make sure it's relative to what you're doing. So this is like a header layout, if you like, and and over here is the heading font. So we want to change the heading font color, and we'll just make it white. I think that's what it's done now. Hang on. I think I've got to actually do the tick bit white. So heading font, click on it, and that should make a change, I think. Okay, let's try this again. All right, let's just see if we've got any other font. There may not even be any font in there. I'm not too sure. I'm just going to make them all white. I think that should be okay. Click on there. There may not be any fonts in there because we've got the flag there. I think that's just the currency. And we seem to actually have all the social media icons up there as well. There is, you can actually click on it, and I think you can actually get a different style if you want to. So you've got header one. Maybe we'll just go for a different style and just see what that looks like. Okay, no, not really keen on that one. Yeah, it's just too wide. Try another one. There's quite a few there. It's a pity that you know, hasn't got any names. That's actually not too bad. I'm going to stick with that one there. All right, so I'm going to change the color of that in terms of the appearance. So let's just go with that. Take that out. I'm going to go back to here, heading layout. We're going to make that black, and then the font is going to be white. What have I done here? Let's try this white. There you go. Done. All right. So yeah, that kind of just gives it a little bit. I kind of don't like the black background, white background. So up here, you've actually got your notification bar. So if you wanted to change that, just click on here again. You're going to lose your modifications by changing the page without saving. Let's just save. So it's good that it warns you. All right, so I want to come into here and I want to just change that. I'll probably leave those icons in there. Maybe I want to make this a different color so that it sticks out. So I might just actually make that red. So I'm going to come over to the three dots here, go to here, and I'm just going to choose a color just so that it sticks out. Worldwide shipping, put your email in there. I'm just going to put support at, and then we'll just call this GrooveKart.com. I wonder if that's available. GrooveKart.com. You got Spotify, you got Spotify, Shopify, got quite a few different buys. But anyway, let's do that. Save. Okay, cool. Now that we've saved that, let's go. Now we just want to come out of here. If you come up to the top here, there's an arrow there. If you click on that, it should take you to the home page where we are now. Cool. I'm reasonably happy with this here. I might change the button in terms of like the border on it. Let me just see if I can do that here. Yep, I can do it here. So I want to do like a large. We'll go full. I like that kind of roundness on the buttons. All right, so as you can see, you can actually just do different things. You can make a different style looking button if you want to. So if you want to have like in the top right corner, nothing. Sorry, top bottom right corner, nothing there, and then the same up here, there, and then you got kind of got that sort of style of button if you like. But I'll just stay with the full. Okay, cool. You can actually increase the spacing. I like to have a little bit more spacing than that. So there. And we might just, in terms of the font, we might just make the size about, let's make it 18. Actually, let's make it bigger. Let's make it 22. And then I just want to have this in all caps. Oh, yeah. By the way, yeah. So I tried to double click on this to change it, but you have to come over to the cog here, the gear looking thing, and then change it in here. So I'm going to make this all caps. Shop now. And then say, cool. All right, that's cool. I'm going to leave this now. I don't need to do any more in here. And yeah, and then we're just going to focus on the products. So in terms of the products, you need to go to the product page. Or my products. So I'm going to go back to, let's go to here. All right. I think this is the dashboard for this one here. Yep, it is. So I'm going to come to here. And then I'm going to come over to settings. Oh, sorry, up to here to products. And I'm going to click on my products. And we'll just wait for that to come up. So we're actually autumn here. We're slowly, gradually going into winter. But at the moment we're having a pretty warm autumn. I know in Australia, where Johan is, their winters are like our summer, like our summers over here. So they get good weather all around. Mind you, they do have their fair share of like cyclones, I think, Johan, and floods and fires, different places around Australia. This is just an old product that I had before. I'm going to just delete this. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to add a product. So I'm going to go to new product. Wait for it to change. Now I'm just going to quickly look to see where my templates are. Yeah, true that, he says. Okay. Well, we're waiting for that to populate. Hopefully it populates soon. I'm just looking for some old images that I had before in terms of templates. I'm sure I've got some somewhere. All right. Should actually have some website. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. I should have some website templates somewhere here that I can actually use for this. Any questions? Actually, any questions while I'm actually looking for this? Because if you've got any questions about GrooveKart, now, for some of these who don't know, I started my journey in e-commerce around about 2007. Back then, I was actually I started selling on eBay, and then I realized that at that time I was looking for something that I could actually do a product store with, and there were some website builders, some very clunky ones actually, but you made the best of it. You know, I mean, these days now the ones that you can get now are just like a dream compared to what you could get back then. and you were very limited back then too as well. So to make it look really, really nice, you really had to be quite creative and articulate in trying to actually make those websites look really cool. I was pretty proud of my first template, or my first website, if you like. And I'm trying to figure out, it was called switchedonshopper.com, switchedonshopper.com. And I was selling pretty much globally. And back in those days, SEO wasn't such a necessary thing, because Google was still sort of primitive, if you like, Google search. And I started selling products around the world, and even in my own country here. So that was really cool. So it was easy to actually to get started on that. And then I got into, I did a few more websites, and then I actually got into selling on Amazon as well. So, yeah. Just trying to find these templates. Sorry, guys. But yeah, like I said, if you've got any questions, just check them in the chat. Michael. I think I know where it is. I didn't have this prepared because I didn't think we'd actually probably get to this point today. But we've gone pretty quick on some stuff here. So I'm just trying to figure out where I've actually stuck these templates. All right, guys. Well, I'll find something at least. That's for sure. Look, I mean, I could literally just take a screenshot of one. So one of my templates, or one of my websites that I've done. Like if I just punch it in there now and just put in like, we'll go over to Motorworks. This is one of my clients. I did their website for, and I might just grab a screenshot of this template. I have a tool that does actually a scrolling screenshot, so I'll use that. But just to give you a general idea how, what you can actually do. So if you have done websites and you have got some samples that you could use, then by all means take a screenshot of them. I'm just waiting for this to appear. Here we go. So I'm going to do a scrolling screenshot. All right, and I have to scroll down to actually get the whole template. All right, and then done. All right, so I'm going to upload that, and then you'll get an idea. But I think I guess what I'm trying to do is give you an example of what you can use as a template, and what you can put in there, where you can get your images from. This one's probably a wee bit too long, but anyway, you'll get the picture. Save as. See how I use. Okay. All right, let's go back to my thing here, my products. So this is literally going to show you how to create the product, right? So at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do here is create a product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the product name and all that sort of thing. So we'll put in motor. Oh, let's put in motor mechanic. Template. And you can put a full description in here. You know what? I'm probably going to just put in here just a very short one, but it's good if you put a good sort of lengthy description. Actually, let's go back to our ChatGPT here, and I'm just going to say I am wanting a product description. I don't know how to what point or to what level that you guys use ChatGPT or any AI platform like Gemini or anything like that, but I use it all the time for things like this, and I always fact check it. I always actually read it over, and sometimes I might change things to that actually kind of sounds like how my tone or my personality in it, and over time, I mean, ChatGPT has gotten to know me so well. I swear it actually reads my mind before I even tell it what to do. So, yeah, I am wanting a product description for a mechanic website template. Okay, let's just see what it says here. Cool. There we go. All right. I mean, look, pretty cool. I'm not going to fact check this, but what I am going to do is I am actually going to just get some of this here and then copy that and add that into the description. All right. Now, here's a tip. When you paste something into here, make sure you either do a space and then a backspace. That kind of actually identifies that something's been inserted in there. Because what you might find is after you've done all your whole description and everything else, like you've pasted it in there, and then you've gone and moved on to something else, and then you've saved the whole lot, you'll find that your description has disappeared. That's if you paste it in there. All right. But if you type it in there, you're fine. The field just needs to know that you've actually put something in there and not pasted anything in there. So just make sure you do that. I normally just do a space and then a backspace. That generally tells it that I'm typing in there. So just a small tip anyway that you might want to sort of remember. Okay, product name. So in here we've got things like summary. So if you want to put a summary in here, I'm just going to come in here back to ChatGPT again. I'm going to say create a summary description. I mean, you literally could actually create a product within minutes. Create a summary description if you were to use AI. Nancy says yes. He reads our minds or offers us an idea that we didn't think of. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, okay, there is probably that aspect that it's going to take all creativity away from us, and we were not actually using our own minds. But at the end of the day, you probably find yourself actually being quite creative anyway with some of your prompts and stuff like that. So you know what you want, but you just don't know how to say it or in proper words, if you like. Okay. So here we go. We've got a summary here. I normally, what I try and do, and I'll show you in this here. So I'm going to paste the summary in here. Well, what's going on here? Oh, yeah. I'm going to paste the summary in here, but you can see these like dashes in between. They're very common in AI generated content. And I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but I've noticed it quite a bit. And so what I generally do is I actually take those out and I'll put either a comma or just a different, like a normal dash, because straight away it's a dead giveaway that it's AI generated, to me anyway. This one's not so bad, but yeah, okay. Again, if you paste something into these fields, make sure you do the space in backspace. All right, so what kind of product is this? This keeps coming up. This input field has lost its focus. I don't know what that means. Anyway, so is it a standard product? Like, is it a physical product or is it a digital product? Well, this is basically a digital product. So we're going to put that in there. What else we got here? Category. Category. I'm just seeing what else has been read. Okay, so I'm just keeping an eye on the chat. Category, you can actually create a new category. So I'm going to create one here. I'm just going to call this trade website templates. Okay. Parent category would be home. I'm just going to create that. Right, so we've got the category. We're going to choose that as our default there. Okay, assign a brand. Normally you actually have to put a brand in there. Now, in the past, if you didn't actually assign a brand, you couldn't save and exit. I'm going to leave it because I think some things might have changed since then, but I'm going to leave it because you can actually create a brand in the dashboard. You can't create a brand here. As you can see, there's a sample one, but we don't want to use that one. Tags, okay, again, ChatGPT, create some tags. Yeah, and I think the other part of it, and there's quite a few tags in here. Now, the thing is that I think you can only put these in one by one. You can't copy them all and stick them in there. So I'm going to just copy one there. Oh, yes, you can. Hang on. Okay, so you see here, it's got use tabs or comma to actually create separate tags. So what I'm going to do in here, I'm going to go to ChatGPT, and I'm going to say, please format this. Please format this. Please format these. Using a comma to separate each tag. Oh, so now it's done it with commas. So let's just copy that and see how that goes. So it may work, it may not work. No, it doesn't work. Okay, literally you got to type them in by the looks of it. So you can't even paste them in there. I'm just going to probably put mechanic website. That's all I'm going to put in there. I don't think you need to put the hashtag mechanic website. And then just get that comma out of the way. And then tab. So you've got one there. Okay, so that's where it ends up, is down over here. So we've got one tag there. I mean, you want to put probably multiple tags in there, not that many, but just some really good ones. Digital product options. Does this product have an associated file? Okay, so it does, right? It will have the file to the template, but at this stage, all I have is an image of the template. I actually don't have the file for the template. So I'm just going to add no. A lot of the times, actually, with Groove, in terms of templates, when you're selling them, you probably want to do it as a zip file. So at this stage, I haven't done that, but that will be another session. But you would have to actually have a zip file of the template. So you would generally put yes, but because I don't have one. But if you do put yes, this is what happens. You go yes, then you choose a file. Right? And it will take you to your, and you can't see it, but it'll take you to your computer, to your file explorer, where you can where you find the file associated with it. But in this case, actually, I might just use any file. Here we go. I'm just going to put this in here. There's a file there. Groove Asia Leaders Unite. Allowed. We're just going to put one download. Expiry date. We'll just make it. Yeah, we'll just put an expiry date of, say, I don't know. Let's go to the end of this month. There. All right. So they have up until the end of the month to download that actual template. Adjust your shipping costs by, there's no shipping costs. All right. So there's nothing to actually adjust there. Product images. Now, all right. So that image that I just did before, I'm going to put that in there. If I can find it. There we go. You might want to put a video if you want to, up to you. So we've got one in there. That's the cover photo. So if you've got multiple images of, say, other pages of the website, you can put those in there as well. And then you can make whichever image a cover image, which is the first one that they will see, obviously, and that's the one that they're going to see on the home page as well. All right. So price. All right. So you could compare price. I'm just going to put like, let's just put $45. You can, if you want to, put a SKU, you know, just really a code if you want to. But yeah, I wouldn't really bother on this one for me anyway. You can set up discounts if you want to on terms of quantity, but that doesn't really apply to this case here. Variance, size, color, no, we don't need that either. Publish product on website, yes. Set this product as homepage, no. Okay, let me explain. Set this product as homepage. If you are selling just a single product, one product, nothing else, right? Just one product. If you're selling just that one product, you can turn that website into a one product web page. All right. So that means that basically you just promote that product. It could be a phone, you know, one of the latest phones. It could be a watch, whatever, all right, or even a piece of jewelry. But that's what that one product page is, so that when you actually promote it, that's all they're going to see. They're going to see the homepage with that product on it. Okay. Hopefully that it has explained it. This is just product page layout. We're going to leave all that. Upsell products, we'll leave that for now. You can go right into depth with this if you really want to, you know, have some upsell products, maybe, you know, with selling. This is just, for instance, if you're selling like Groove templates, right? And you want to sort of like upsell it another product that might complement that, you know, maybe like service fees, you know, set up the website for them, you know, a done for you type service, if you like. You could do that, or done with you type service. So if you sell, so Nancy said, if you sell templates, you put the digital file page demo. So no, the file will be accessible for the download as soon as they purchase it, right? But the image that is going to appear on the product page is going to be the image that I just created there. All right, so and all these other things, you can do bumps on products. I mean, this really just applies to physical products, you know, not so much digital products. So to make it nice and simple, you know, like, I mean, if you didn't want to actually add another product to it, like a service, then you don't have to. Just leave all this stuff. You don't need to worry about that. Okay. All right. So let's scroll on down. Related products related products would be some of the other products that some of the other templates that you may have in there. They will show up down the bottom. You can add a custom field. You can do a bundle. You could have like a bundle of like 5 templates for a special price, say $70 for the lot or something like that. Meta title. Okay, so meta title. So the meta title is basically we don't see it, like physically you don't see it. It's behind, it's embedded in the website if you like. So the meta title and the meta description. This is really for Google to actually read what the page is about, or what the website is about, what the description is, what is the website, what is it promoting, that sort of thing. So you could again come over to ChatGPT, ask for a meta title, create a meta title and a meta description. Now, I don't know whether any of you have actually gone down this track to think about this is what you could do, but this is using ChatGPT or AI, to actually help you get things done quicker, really. All right, so here we go, web app, mechanic website. We're going to put that there, copy. Oh, we're going to go into here again. We're going to put the meta title in there. Again, just put space, backspace, because you paste it. Come back to here, meta description. Put that in there. But now, you're going to find that it's got an OG title and an OG description. Okay, so open graph. Open graph title, open graph description. When you copy and paste the link to this product in, like, say, social media like Facebook or anything like that, it's going to show basically an image. When you put the OG image in there, it's going to show the image of the actual product as well as the description and title. All right, so it's kind of like your, I guess, your marketing advert, if you like. All right, so I'm just going to come in back to here. You could use the same thing if you want to as the meta description or whatever, but I like to actually push ChatGPT to its links, and I'm going to go, okay, now create OG title and description. I love ChatGPT. It's like a extra pair of hands, or even more than that, actually. Okay, so we've got an OG title. I'm just going to copy that, put that in there. Again, I'm not fact checking this at the moment. It's just the demo purposes, but that's what you would do. You'd actually read it and just make sure, or proofread it, I should say, and just read it just to make sure that it's actually all relevant is probably one of the biggest things. The description. See, it's already asked me if I want an image. No, I don't really want an image. I'm just going to use the one that I have. There. Okay, so I'm going to upload my image, the same image that I had before. I think that might be the big one. Oh no, there we go. Okay, so there's the image. So you can actually do third-party embed codes, like for checkout forms and buy button. Why is this important? Well, one of the things is that if you actually want to use PayPal as your checkout and purchase a gateway, if you like, or your payment gateway, then you can actually embed the PayPal checkout form into your website. All right, you can do that, but it has its own anyway. So you can just use the one that you already have in here, but you could do that if you want to. All right. I think that's about it. Maybe I'll just sort of do a space and then backspace. Let's just see it. Okay, so the thing that I mentioned about before was the brand, right? In the past, it wouldn't let you actually save and exit if you didn't have a brand. It might still be the case. I'm not sure. Let's just try it. So I'm going to go, when you go exit, it will actually save and exit anyway. So I'm just going to go there. It looks like it's going to help. It's going to work. Cool. All right. So we have successfully save that. Now we're going to come back to here, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on here, going to come into the the cog there, and then we're going to select products. All right, so you can select by name, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to select by, we'll go mechanic. I'm just going to type the first one, mechanic, I think. Now, let me just have a look. Try. Right, I'm not getting my product. Let me just see. Let's go back to products again. And let's just have a quick look to see whether or not it's there. Oh, okay, yeah, it's active. One thing you want to make sure is to make sure that it's active. What I might do is come back to here again, and I might just refresh the page just in case. And then Tyra, Nancy. So if you sell templates, you can put them in digital file page to me. Yeah. Yep. Tyra, can you create a membership and have it upload from the store? No. No, you can't. So you can't create a membership within here. You can actually become a customer and sign up as a customer, but not as a membership. There is the other option. There is an option where it's nothing to do with that, but you can have separate logins for retail customers, just general customers, and then a separate login for like wholesale buyers or like retailers, that sort of thing. If they want to buy in bulk, you can do that. Okay, let's just come back to here again, and then try this again. I should be able to see my product in there. Trade website templates, here we go. And there's the product there. And then what it will do is it will just show up there. All right, so I can literally have like four websites in there if I want to. Looks a little bit sort of slim, I guess, in terms of like you can't really sort of see it, but when you click on it, I guess you'll be able to go to it. Let's just have a quick look, see if we can actually make it bigger. Can't do it there. Come over here. Yeah, that's just the font. Okay. That's price, advanced styling. Yeah, it's not giving me, I don't think it's going to give me any ability to make that image bigger because it's quite narrow. Yeah. All right. But anyway, you may want to do like a instead of actually having the full length of the actual item or the website, maybe cut that in half if you like, and then sort of have more of a squarish thing, or just a little bit shorter, and it might actually appear bigger, But other than that, that's all you got. So if you have a line of those coming across here, then you can actually, they can choose whatever they want. So if I would save that now, and let's just go to the website. Now, I'm going to come over to here, and then I'm just going to go to storefront there. All right, so there's the, now I need to change the background on there, but there's the actual template that I put up. There's my, it's actually got a long search field there. But yeah, I didn't realize it was all black background, but there you go. So if I click on there now, that just should take me to my product. All right, so now on the product, there's a product page. You can change the theme of it. So that's what I'll probably do with the different colors. But as you can see here, because it's all like, I don't know why there's no text in there, but there should be text in there. You should actually have and here you should have the or sub description, I think it is, and then you have a full description, but I'm not sure where it is. I do know in the past, you just got to give it a little time for it to actually do it. Not sure why, but that does actually happen. So don't panic. Maybe leave it for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then just refresh it again and see what happens. But if it continues to do, like, you can't see it at all, if it continues to do that, then just get hold of support. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It hasn't actually shown it, but I have encountered this problem before, and then not long after it has appeared. All right, so yeah, just in case you get to that point and you think, oh, what have I done wrong? What have I missed out? Blah, blah, blah. Then you start thinking it's your fault, and then you kind of get confused as to why it's doing it. Yeah, just know that sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes it's just the behavior of the platform. All right. Tyler. Okay, that should have said upload to. Let me just actually take it. I'm going to stop share here. Let me just have a look at what you've written. Okay, Tyler said that should have said upload to store. Finger's not working. Okay, upload to store. Okay, you can create a membership. Have it upload from the store. Upload to the store. Okay. May have to clarify that a little bit more. Nancy, ChatGPT version 4 ad is I'm not sure what that says. Last something, maybe. All right. And again, like a pop-up, can't do it in GrooveKart. Yeah. I don't know. Let's just have a quick look. The pop-up. I'm sure there was a pop-up option. Okay, let me just have a quick look, Nancy. Okay, guys, we're probably pretty much on just over time, but when you go to the builder, and I'll just share this now. When you go to the builder, then you come into here. I'm just trying to see if there's a pop-up feature. Yeah, you must be right, Nancy. I thought there might have been a pop-up feature in there somewhere. Nothing in there. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, no, it's if there was a pop-up feature, it will be in the elements side of it. So it doesn't look like there was an E in there. So this is kind of similar to what you get in Groove Pages, just a little bit different. But yeah. All right. Any questions? I removed the chat. I removed from the chat the GPT. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So that was kind of it for this week. And by the way, just remember the announcement I made at the beginning. As you can see, the Groove Builder is actually working now, GrooveKart Builder, and also the Groove Mail. So if you're actually looking at doing, I mean, when I say Groove Mail, Groove Professional Template, Groove Mail Professional Templates is actually functional now. So if you going to do any campaigns or anything like that, then you can actually do it with your Pro templates, which is pretty much what I'm going to be doing this afternoon for a client of mine. So anyway, take care, guys. I'm sorry we've gone over a bit over time, but it was good to have you guys here. And next week, I might just cover a little bit more on GrooveKart, not too much, but we might be a bit about Groove Pages and GrooveKart next week, and just to give you a bit more tips and tricks. Peter, I'm going to watch the replay, and if I still have questions, I will ask. Yep, not a problem. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next.
You gotta get into the groove.